Jack simply kicked the ball lightly. The boy, who had been hiding nearby, was stunned. The boy wanted to approach him for advice, but the older man drew a few circles on the ground. He asked the boy to stand in the center of the circles and kick the ball into them after it bounced back. The boy also had to retrieve the ball within 3 steps. At first, the boy thought it was easy, but when he actually tried, he realized it was much harder than he thought. He practiced until it got dark, but still hadn't succeeded. Jack felt a bit disappointed. He had watched the boy's match earlier that day and was intrigued by him, but now, it seemed like the boy hadn't reached the level he had hoped for. However, Jack was curious when the boy insisted on shooting his last goal from the area with the most defense. The boy picked up a coin from the ground and explained, "It looks that way near the goal, but from the whole field's perspective, it's different." Jack's eyes lit up as soon as he heard that. He was so excited, his body trembling with anticipation. This boy's vision and instincts impressed even Jack, a former professional player. When Jack woke up from his nap on the bench by the roadside, he heard the sound of the ball being kicked. He was surprised to find that the boy had been practicing all night. What had seemed difficult the night before, the boy was now doing with ease. The boy's perseverance once again left Jack in awe. Jack took out an invitation and offered it to the boy, asking him to join their club. It turned out that Jack was the coach of the strongest youth team, and while visiting his hometown for the Tomb Sweeping Festival, he had discovered this talented boy by chance. The boy was thrilled but also troubled. His family didn't have the money for it. He had no choice but to keep his dream hidden. Unexpectedly, his older brother showed up suddenly, handed him an envelope, and told him that it was money he had saved up from working. He hoped the boy could go to Tokyo to try his luck, and that he'd take care of things at home with their mom. The boy took the money and arrived in Tokyo. The facilities at the club were so impressive, they left him in awe. There were many people there for the selection, but the elimination process was incredibly strict. In previous years, there was even the possibility that no one would make the cut. The first round was a group competition. At first, the boy tried to play alone, but he kept losing the ball. Eventually, he realized that everyone on the field was a professional player. It seemed like he'd have to cooperate with his teammates if he wanted a chance to win. He deliberately ran toward his own goal with the ball, drawing the opponents in to block him. Then he quickly passed the ball to his teammate. His teammate took the shot and scored. The brilliant play left the coaches stunned. At lunchtime, the coaches had to choose 11 players from the 86 participants to pass the first round. Everyone had their doubts about the boy, but luckily, he made it through the first round. He immediately told his older brother the good news. After all, it was his brother who had taught him how to play soccer, and he hoped he'd go far. But the next round of selections would be a nightmare. They would have to face one of the top youth teams in all of Japan.